Our first post-major update is out. It's a good one, featuring Team Spirit's Champions capsule, gameplay and animation changes, Valve streamlining map guides, and of course the all-new 2025 service medal, which will be available starting January 1st. So don't claim it today. All of that right after Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey's Christmas event is live, an automated trading site with 35% bonus for every cash deposit and $5 free for $100 trade. But your first free skin can be claimed right now by just signing in through Steam, and if you keep trading, you'll be able to claim more gifts. There's also a Santa's Christmas raffle, which runs until 2025 with daily gifts such as increased deposit bonuses, XP, and tickets for a big giveaway. So make sure you click the link in my description to explore Skins Monkey and the Christmas event going on right now. So, starting with Valve's blog post of the day, the Champions of Shanghai celebrates Team Spirit's win, with the Champions capsule now being out. Basically, you'll be able to get Donk's autograph in paper, glitter, hollow, and gold, and 50% of the money goes to the players and teams. And now let's focus on the gameplay section of this update. So you know when you get flashed, kill someone, it shows up on the right as you being flashed while getting the kill? Well, before this update, you could kill someone long after being blinded, and it would still show up as you being flashed. Cheeky, but also very confusing for the enemy who thought you were flashed or just lucky but you clearly saw them. So today's update has adjusted that timing, or rather improved it. Now the flash icon no longer appears once you start seeing the enemy after being slightly blinded. This is a pretty big gameplay improvement in itself, since it will remove a lot of confusion or even cheat accusations in moments where you would think the enemy was still blinded, only to be surprised when they react normally. But moving away from flashes, we now turn to grenades, which in the past could not, for the life of them, move or budge stacked weapons. It does look a bit odd, even if it wasn't something I've considered a problem with the game or that it breaks anything gameplay-wise, but it looks cooler now with today's update since they've basically improved the explosion behavior. So weapons that are stacked will actually fly away now. And as we're talking about weapons, it relates to a bigger portion of the gameplay section, because before this update, when you would switch between teams during warm-up, you could essentially spam team switches, which would also drop your starting pistol. This ultimately meant that you could spawn more weapons than what was intended, so Valve decided to make sure in today's update that during warm-up, team switches now have a delay of 2 seconds and weapons will no longer drop during the switch. This update probably also helps with server stability, or maybe Valve just wanted less chaos. Let me know in the comments if you figured it out, but they've also made sure to add server settings to community server owners so you can control all of this yourself. And the final gameplay adjustment they've made is a small quality of life improvement to the give command. In the past, if you gave yourself, for example, an AK while you already had a weapon, then the AK would just drop on the ground, so it wasn't actually giving you anything. Today's update fixed this behavior, so now it actually gives you the weapon, which I believe is also how CSGO used to work, don't quote me on that, but for a cheat protected command, this is a very nice update. Moving on, we get further updates to train with even more improvements to the collision, something we've seen in the past, specifically with these trains. They've also updated and fixed surface types on several props, adjusted wetness levels on some surfaces, and of course fixed various gaps on the map. All this stuff are further hints that train is getting closer and closer to the map pool, which also means goodbye to someone else. And speaking of maps, map guides are back in today's patch notes, and today's update is a game changer because they finally decided to go Mr. Worldwide by adding official support to the Steam Workshop. This means you can download nade lineups or even upload your own. Then you can just select them from a list. Over on the Steam Workshop page, they're sorted with the guides tag, and as you can see, I'm loaded into train with this person's map guides. All of this points to Valve really believing in this feature, which in my opinion is an absolutely brilliant addition to the game. Of course, some workshop submissions might have, bad lineups and all sorts of things, but overall this is super cool, and we're probably going to end up getting some really banger submissions, which might even make some nade tutorials online obsolete. Then we have the miscellaneous section of the update, where Valve has added a new setting for CPU cores usage preference. To keep it short and sweet, the performance cores only option is probably the best one to choose for gaming PCs with high performance CPUs, as it prioritizes cores built for demanding tasks. However, it's not a guaranteed performance boost, and testing it is important. The preferred performance cores should be a safe and balanced option for most setups, combining performance and efficiency, and no preference is suitable for laptops or just general use. For fun, I made a comparison with performance cores only and no preference using the FPS benchmark map, but it had zero impact on my performance. However, that that performance might vary depending on the system. But the fact that Valve decided to provide us with this setting is actually pretty neat. Along with that, they fixed the case where graphics drivers could render a corrupt graphics image, the usual stability improvements. But hold up, this patch note sneaked a little hidden new animation for the AK. You either love it or hate it, let me know down below. But two other hidden updates which were brought alive by Thor is a new material related to stat track, which makes the stat track counter a lot brighter than before, and new bot commands with, for example, bot auto follow, which seems to enable the bots to sometimes follow you and even turn around if you change direction. Maybe it isn't finished yet. But finally we get to the 2025 service medal, which for anyone who doesn't know is an item you can claim after reaching rank 40, which you do after gaining XP. Once you claim your service medal, you reset your rank back to 1. These medals are unique to each year, and this is the one for 2025, which then gets upgraded in color by just repeating the rank reset process. I have to say though that this year's medal is actually one of my favorites. Let me know if you agree or not. But again, remember to wait until next year to claim the correct version. In fact, I'm rank 40 right now, so I'm just gonna wait to claim mine once we hit 2025. But because of the service medal being announced, this update might just be the last one of the year. So let me know what you think of this update. I'll see you guys soon, and happy holidays. Peace.